Dear friends, I hope this message finds you well. We find ourselves in the midst of two hallowed and sacred days, Yom Hazikaron and Yom Haatzmaut. Yom Hazikaron, we will remember all of those who have given their lives establishing the state of Israel, defending the state of Israel, victims of terror. A day in Eretz Yisrael that is so palpably and acutely felt. Because as the pasuk says, Ein bayis asher ein sham nes. There is no family in Eretz Yisrael that has not been impacted in some way by the struggle to secure our peoplehood within Eretz Yisrael. There is no family that has not made a sacrifice either directly or indirectly. And then we go into Yom Haatzmaut, a day of celebration, where we celebrate the establishment of the state of Israel. And for many of us, what we see as a furtherance of the Messianic vision and Messianic dream. And the truth is, the world often looks at these days and may say to themselves, impossible. How do you go from palpable, tangible grief to just elation and celebration within a matter of hours? The truth is, for us, it's not such a mystery, because that kind of summarizes the totality of the Jewish people. And on any given day, we live in these two spheres. We go through life, on one hand, overwhelmed by 2,000 years of collective pain and loss and tragedy. But at the same time, I celebrate the accomplishments of our people, and I rejoice in the future that is unfolding right in front of us in every moment, simultaneously. So for us to live in pain and elation, in tsar and simcha, in agony and joy at the same time, or at least within close proximity to each other, is not a contradiction. But what do we take from these days? What is our revolt, especially again for us outside of Eretz Yisrael? It's much more difficult to relate to these days, much more difficult to connect to these days. So how do we? How should we frame it? Last night, we had a beautiful Yom Hazikaron program here in Baltimore. And one of the parts of the program was a video that was shown, a video that was produced by the Orthodox Union, by the OU, in conjunction with Yeshivat Bnei David, a military preparatory academy and a yeshiva in Eli, who lost a number of their students in this war since October 7th. And in it, they spoke about one of the young men they spoke about was a man by the name of David Meir, Zichrono Livracha. And his wife, his Amana, his widow, Anat, gave such beautiful words of chizuk. It's funny how those impacted by tragedy somehow become the source for chizuk for the rest of us. And at the end of the video, there was a beautiful clip of David Hashem Yikom Damo playing with his baby, his little son. And in it, he was singing a song to his baby, and it was a song that's known as Shiro Shal Abba, which is literally the song of father. Never heard of it before. It's a song written by Naomi Shemer. So I Googled the lyrics because I was just curious. It was very striking. There were a couple of words that I caught as he was singing to his baby. And I want to share with you the lyrics of that song. I'm not going to sing it, but I want to share with you the lyrics of the song because I think the lyrics themselves capture the totality of these days and the interface between Yom Hazikaron and Yom Haatzmaut. So the lyrics, the song goes like this. Im bahar chatzafta even lahakim binyan chadash. If you've quarried stones on the mountain to build a new structure, lo lashav achi chatzafta lebinyan chadash. My brother, you have not toiled in vain to build something new. Ki min ha'avanim ha'ela yibaneh hamikdash. Because from these stones that you quarried, we will build the Beis HaMikdash. And the chorus is Yibaneh, Yibaneh, Yibaneh HaMikdash. May it be built, may it be built. The Mikdash will be built. And to me, those words were so striking because I think they capture so much of Yom Hazikaron. We mourn the fact that over 25,000 of our precious brothers and sisters have given their lives for the establishment and defense of the state of Israel. Many of them, again, even since October 7th, victims of terror. And it's important to understand that every single holy soldier who dons the sacred clothing of the Israel Defense Forces and goes out and is willing to give it and gives their life, they are the ones who are quarrying the stones. Each and every sacrifice is a stone that these precious soldiers give to us to build our future. Every life given is a stone for Am Yisrael to build a beautiful edifice that will one day become our third Beis HaMikdash. In the next stanza, Im bahar natata eres, if you have planted cedar trees on the mountain. Erez b'makom dardar. Maybe you planted that cedar tree in a desolate, arid area. Lo lashav achi natata b'makom dardar. My brother, you have not toiled in vain, even though you planted in an arid, desolate area. Ki min ha'arazim ha'ila yibaneh ahar. For from these cedar mountains, we will build the mountains. Ki min ha'arazim ha'ila yibaneh ahar. From these cedar trees, we will build the mountain. Yibaneh HaMikdash. It will be built. The Beis HaMikdash will be built. Sometimes when sacrifices are made, we don't necessarily see the results immediately. Much like one who plants the cedar tree in an arid, desolate area. When you plant it there, all you see is that little sapling, and all you see around you is wasteland, desolate, arid area. You might think to yourself, what did it do? What did it accomplish? But give it time. And from that one cedar, this sapling, one sapling here, suddenly the mountain is covered with beautiful, strong, vibrant cedar trees. The mountain, Harabayis, the Beis HaMikdash, Klal Yisrael is built. Every single one of the sacrifices we mourn today on Yom Hazikaron is a sapling of Klal Yisrael. And maybe when you look at them individually, maybe you can't figure out like what did it do, but when you look at them collectively, suddenly the mountain is built through their sacrifices. Every sacrifice is a stone that is quarried. Every sacrifice is a cedar that is built. Every sacrifice builds our people stronger. As we say to a little boy at his bris, Va'amar lach b'damayich chayi, va'amar lach b'damayich chayi. For whatever the reason, HaKadosh Baruch Hu orchestrated it this way. Klal Yisrael is built on sacrifice. Klal Yisrael is built on Mesiras Nefesh. Eretz Yisrael is built on sacrifice. Haram Moriah becomes consecrated because Avraham Avinu was willing to sacrifice his one and only son Yitzchak Avinu there. And that has become the narrative of our people. Every sacrifice is a stone that goes towards the edifice of our future. And every sacrifice is a cedar that goes to bolster and to build the mountain. This is Yom Hazikaron. We mourn the losses. Our heart breaks over the losses. The families that are shattered. The children who grow up without fathers. And the spouses who will come home to an empty home. We mourn those losses, and the parents who unnaturally had to say goodbye to their children. But we also recognize that within every single loss is a stone that has been quarried for our future. And within every single loss is a strong cedar that builds the mountain stronger. And then there's one last stanza to the song. Im lo sharta li shira dayin. If you have not yet sung a song, Shira li mizmor chadash. Sing a new song. Shir atik miyayin umatok midvash. A song that is older than wine and sweeter than honey. Shir shehu keben alpayim ubechol yom chadash. A song that is thousands of years old, and yet every single day it is new. And to me, this last stanza represents Yom Haatzmaut. Dear friends, what do we celebrate on Israel Independence Day? We celebrate the fact that Baruch Hashem, Eretz Yisrael is ours. You know, however you view the state, whether you view the state as Aschalta de Geula, the beginning of Messianic redemption, the continuation of Messianic redemption, or maybe you don't see the Medina at all as a step in Messianic redemption, and maybe you're just ambivalent about the whole thing, but one thing is clear. With the establishment of the State of Israel, we, Am Yisrael, the Jewish people, control our ancestral homeland. There is no one standing at the airport telling us who's allowed to come in and who can't. And there's no one manning the ports telling us that there's a quota of Jews who are allowed to come home. It's ours. And within the boundaries of our ancestral homeland, presently we see a proliferation of Torah. a proliferation of Torah, of yeshivas of all different stripes and types. And we have a Jewish army that is controlled by the Jewish people, that is one of the fiercest fighting forces on the face of the planet. For the first time in thousands of years, we control our homeland. And so we have the opportunity to sing, but it's not a new song. It's a song that we've been singing for thousands of years. It's a song that expresses the deepest yearning to come home. It's a song that has had many different words throughout the millennia, whether it's V'sechazena einenu b'shuv chalitzion b'rachamim, let our eyes see the return to Zion, or V'Yerushalayim ircha b'rachamim tashuv, bring us back to Yerushalayim. It's the same songs that we've been singing for thousands of years, but it's a new song now, because thousands of years ago it was only anticipatory. It was only yearning. It didn't reflect reality. But now that same song still yearns for a different future, a future of Mashiach, a future of Gula, a future of a third Beis HaMikdash. But it also reflects a different present now. An Eretz Yisrael controlled by Am Yisrael. Not just Har HaBayis Biyadenu. It's not just the Temple Mount that is within our control. Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel, our homeland, is in our control. And so on Yom Haatzmaut, as these beautiful words say, "In lo shartali shir adayin," if you have not yet sung your song of thanks to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for this great miracle, shir li mizmor chadash, sing. However you're going to sing Hallel, with a bracha, without a bracha, no Hallel, a parak of Tilim, just a thank you Hashem, whatever you're going to say, but make sure you sing it. And know that the song that you're singing, it's not a new song. It's the song that our ancestors have been singing for thousands of years. It's the greatest song in the world, and it's a song that just says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, all we've ever wanted out of this world is to be together, Ish Echad B'Lev Echad, one people, one heart, living in our ancestral homeland. With your Torah as our guiding light, with you as our shepherd. It's all we've ever wanted. And it's a song, Shuhu Kiben Alpayim, that is thousands of years old. But now, Baruch Hashem, we are zochet to live in a time with the establishment of the modern day state of Israel, to make it into a new song, our song, a relevant song. And for some of us, that song might be Liot Am Chavshi Bi'artzeinu, to be a free people, not free of Torah, not free of mitzvos, not free of religious or spiritual constraints, but free from the oppressive forces that have imposed themselves upon us for thousands of years. And now we're just free to be Jews. Now we're just free to be Am Yisrael. And now we're just free not to occupy anything, but to live in what is truly and has always been ours. A song that is thousands of years old. Ubechol Yom Chadash. But now we have the opportunity to sing it in a new way each and every day. Beautiful, beautiful stanzas, beautiful words, capturing the essence of sacrifice. Mourning those who have quarried the stones for our future. Mourning those who have planted the cedars that ensure a beautiful, bright future. And at the same time, taking all of those stones, all of those cedar trees, and using them to erect a platform upon which we could sing our new song, the song of Am Yisrael, together, Ba'achdus, the song of Eretz Yisrael, under our control, under our dominion. Is it perfect? Of course not. But think about what we have that we have not had for thousands of years beforehand. Sing the song of Yom Haatzmaut. Sing the song of the state of Israel. Sing the song that the footsteps of Mashiach, it's not faint. Right? It used to be Jews spoke about the footsteps of Mashiach and they go, oh, if you listen hard, you could hear it. You don't have to listen hard. You just have to listen. And the footsteps, they're not soft. They're pounding. And there's not simply a soft knock on the door from the Rebbe Shalom telling us that Geula, he's pounding on the door. Geula is so close. Mashiach is so close. Tchias HaMesim is so close. Beautiful future is so close. Yibaneh. Yibaneh HaMikdash. Let us mourn what we need to mourn on this day of Yom Hazikaron. And let us celebrate what needs to be celebrated on this Yom Haatzmaut. And in Mirat Hashem, we will be zocha to see the great dream materialize. We will be zocha to all be together, all of Klal Yisrael. Those who are here now and those who have been taken from us, all of us together, celebrating in a rebuilt land, in a rebuilt Yerushalayim, with our third base HaMikdash, Yibaneh HaMikdash. And Halavai, we should be zocha Mirat Hashem to see them here, Amen.